What's up, people? It's kind of gonna be like a joint video. Fuck me, what is this? Sorry. Just noticed how blurry the fucking picture was. So kind of gonna be some thoughts on Raw and Payback. I should watch that shit. Oh gosh. Payback. Just some quick thoughts on Payback. It was a god awful show. It really was bad. And every time a match had a potential to be good, the wrong result would happen. See Bray Wyatt versus Cena. I mean, I knew Cena would win, but it didn't hurt less because I knew he would win. Because I knew that expectation of him winning was going to be there. It still annoyed me just as much. It's just, this is what I don't understand. Like, even Cena, because I'm starting to be pissed off with Cena. Before it was just a WWE. I'm starting to be pissed off with Cena. Surely he must understand that in order to put over someone like Bray Wyatt, you have to put him over more. Even if you're going to have your victory at Payback, no problem. Put him over at WrestleMania. You make him an instant star. Put him over again at Extreme Rules. You solidify it. You tell the world that it wasn't a fluke. And, heaven forbid, you give yourself some obstacles to overcome. So that by the time you have your last man standing match at Payback, everyone will be like, you know what, fair enough. Because the match was actually pretty good. It was a good, enjoyable last man standing match. It really was. I really enjoyed it. But the end pissed me off so much that I actually stopped watching the show at that point. I couldn't tell you what happened after that match. It was just, I don't understand what they find so difficult about this John Cena problem. They're so over-reliant on a 37-year-old man who at some point is going to slow down, at some point is going to get injured, and at some point you need to say, you know what, let's rein this shit in a little bit. You know, we need to start making fucking stars. We need to start making stars. There's no kind of long-term planning with their talent. It's ridiculous. It pisses me the fuck off. So that's why you didn't see a proper review from Payback, because I was just so damn annoyed. I actually stopped watching the show. I watched the recording of it yesterday. I couldn't be arsed. So onwards with Raw. Again, with Raw, it's more thoughts than anything. A lot of fucking talking segments, like the one between Steph and John Cena that just went nowhere. They went back and forth for what seemed like an eternity. As much as I like watching Steph on TV because she's fine, them two going back and forth was just pissing me off. I just thought, fuck, today, Junior, cut to the fucking point, cut to the chase. Eventually, they set up a match between Cena and Kane. I couldn't. I've seen the match so many times. I fast forwarded it. You know, much like most people, you know, I've started to take the policy that if I've seen the match too many times, I fast forward it. Just like Dolph Ziggler versus fucking Alberto Del Rio, fast forwarded that. I knew Alberto was gonna win. I don't think has Ziggler ever beaten him. Probably beaten him once. I knew Alberto would win. So I fast forwarded it. In fact, to tell you the truth, I was about to bash the shit out of this show, which is why you don't see me have notes. Usually I have notes to do these type of reviews. I have some sort of assistance because I would have enjoyed the show. But I did start to take notes. And I started watching the show, and to tell you the truth, it just started reminding me of Payback. You know. But then, and what I'm going to dedicate most of this review to is the end. because the end of the show saved it from becoming an absolute abomination of a show. It's because I was ready to come on here and say, you know what, I'm just going to give up on WWE until Money in the Bank, and I was just going to make my excuses to you guys, and that would have been that. And then the end of the show happens, and it was brilliant. Not because I didn't predict it, but I predicted the wrong person, and I predicted the wrong time, because what happened at the end of the show I thought was going to happen 2 months ago with Dean Ambrose. But I suppose, thinking about it, Dean Ambrose would have been too obvious of a choice of someone to do that. And I think the brilliance about doing this with Seth Rollins is that he would have been the one that you would have been worried about when you eventually broke up the Shield. And by doing it this way, you've instantly taken care of that problem. Because Dean Ambrose, the thing about Dean Ambrose is he is someone his personality is going to help him get over. You know, he has a lot of charisma, very, very unique in his style, very Roddy Piper-ish. He will be a solid upper mid-card guy, and I said it from day one, he will be that guy, so he'll be fine. Rollins has that proverbial WWE rocket up his ass. He is a WWE guy through and through, just exactly the way WWE make their stars. So he will be fine. He has the heritage, he has the backing, he'll be fine. So the one person you were worried about was ROH's Tyler Black, aka Seth Rollins. So he was the one you would have been like, oh, but where's he going to really fit in? And I have to say, the way the show played out was brilliant. Essentially what happened was, you know, Shield came out, they set up a match between Orton and Roman Reigns, so immediately I thought, okay, something's going to happen. Earlier in the night, the first segment, basically Batista quit. We all knew he needed to take some time out in order to promote his Guardian of the Galaxy film, which I believe is out next month, or later this month. Sorry, my alarm. Later this month. So I kind of figured that he would take a step back and and go away to be able to film that. And that's, I guess this is the storyline to do it. So he quit. So you saw the end of Evolution. So then the two came out. So Triple H and Orton came out towards the end, and you thought, okay. And Shield came out and they were cutting their promo, and then Orton and Triple H came out on their own. So I thought, oh, okay, is this going to be another one of those Batista-like swerves where he says he's quit, but it comes back and spears somebody or some shit? And basically Triple H was saying, I'm the boss, I always win, and that was the theme throughout the night, you know, that Triple H always wins. So then he said, the thing about adapting and perishing is that you always have to have a plan B. You always have to have a plan B. So then everyone's thinking, well, what the fuck? Seth Rollins backs up, pow! Hits Roman Reigns on the chair, pow! Hits Dean Ambrose, fucking wears the shit out of Dean Ambrose out. It's like he'd been wanting to do that for some time. His main beatdown was of Dean Ambrose. Then he did his stomp, you know, that finishing, I don't know what the fuck he calls that. That finishing maneuver where he stomps the back of the head into the floor. He did that onto the steel chair for Ambrose. It took Ambrose completely out. Orton came into the ring, whooped the shit out of Roman Reigns in the chair, and then the three of them were literally just posing over over Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose's body. So the new evolution, I guess. You know, the veteran, the current star, the new star. I don't know, but it was good stuff. It was good. It saved the show. It was the one scene I was completely engaged in, and I hadn't been engaged in the whole Evolution Shield storyline up until now. So it was good. It was good stuff, and it just about kept me interested to watch next week's show, which I wasn't actually going to do because I'd been so disillusioned with the bullshit I've been seeing on my TV for the last couple of weeks. So sorry about the scattiness of nature of the video. I hope you liked it. So some thoughts about the two events. I did watch the Calf Rush boxing match between Groves, and Groves got knocked the fuck out. I will give a review on that. It was going to be a preview, and that was it. I predicted Frost would win by knockout. I actually thought he'd do it a round sooner, but I'll give you my thoughts about that. And yeah, I still haven't forgotten the amount of videos I am going to do, including the rumoured return to wrestling of CM Punk. Notice I said return to wrestling, not necessarily return to WWE. So I'll give my thoughts on that at some point for you. Yeah, take care. Peace.